Hi everyone, I'm Evangeline right here at eTrailer. Today we have the Thule Epos add-on loading ramp. This is going to be a 53-inch long ramp, something I highly recommend if you are using the Thule Epos bike rack with a taller vehicle. This is going to make it much easier to load and unload those heavier electric bikes, or really any type of bike you want to get onto that rack. We're going to talk about some of the features right here at etrailer.com. If you're familiar with the old but very popular Thule EasyFold bike rack where the ramp was stored inside the rack, well, this is not that rack. This is going to be the upgraded bike rack, the Thule Epos, and the ramp that goes with it is not stored in the rack, but is stored outside of it. So if you want to get this as an add-on to your bike rack, this is going to be stored inside your vehicle, so remember to bring it with you before your adventures. For me personally, I really wanted it to be able to fit inside the bike rack, but since it is lightweight and compact, I can be okay with having to store it inside the vehicle. So for dimensions, for the length of the ramp, when it's all folded up, it's going to be 19¼ inches long. And then for width, at the widest part, that's going to be 3¾ inches wide. So this can very easily store underneath your seat, in your trunk, pretty much anywhere in your car. Along with being easy to store, it's also easy to set up with each segment clicking into each other. And this fits very easily into the Epos rack where your lip fits into the notch in the rack and drops down for 53 inches of length to make it easier to load and unload bikes. The weight capacity is going to be the same as your bike rack weight capacity, meaning the Thule Epos here has a 75-pound weight capacity per bike, which means that your ramp can handle your heavier e-bikes as well. Now, the important thing with that weight capacity is how much does the ramp flex as you go up and down. And also, how easy is it as you ramp up and down. Now, the weight, I'm not concerned about. The width, though, that's where it gets a little tricky. So the bike rack has a capacity of a little bit over 3 inches for your tires. But here, with our normal tires, you can see how they very easily want to slip out of the track of the ramp. So in my experiences with ramps, I always like the wider ramps because then I don't have to focus too much on the track of the ramp. So as long as you're careful and you know how to ramp your bike up and down, by the way, supporting the handlebar so it stays on track, and then supporting the frame so that stays on track too, then that will help you use this ramp to its best abilities. Also, some electric bikes do have assisted walk mode, so that's also something to consider as an assist when you have to go back up and onto the bike rack. Now this is more to the design of the Thule Epos, but the ramp can be attached to whichever cradle of the bike rack you need it to be on. So compared to other bike racks where you are limited in location, so if you park up to someone that's taking up so much space, then you're out of luck. But in the case of the Epos, whichever makes the most sense for you for attaching the ramp, that's going to be available. So the ramp is pretty straightforward. It's not a universal product. It is designed specifically as an add-on for the Epos line of bike racks. So whether you have the 2, the 3, or the lighted version of the rack, this is designed to fit it. While again, I wish that this could be stored on the rack, I do understand that since it isn't available with the rack right away, but it's an add-on, you can see how it's just something that is easy to store inside your vehicle and is ready for you if you need it. So if you have a vehicle with really high ground clearance and it's really tricky to get those heavier bikes on there, I definitely recommend this. I myself drive a lower vehicle and I don't need that extra height assist. So this isn't something that I would need. It really does depend on your vehicle, on your adventures, and if you need it, it's right here at etrailer.com. This was a look at the Thule loading ramp for your Thule bike racks. My name is Evangeline, and I hope you enjoyed the journey.